Hello, I'm Anya Camau from Anya Camau Fashion Academy. In my previous video, I explained how to alter a skirt block pattern to one measurement. We took Brigitte's measurement as a showcase. I'm going on with Brigitte's measurements to show you how to alter easily and quickly a pants block pattern to get a block that perfectly fits her. And don't forget to subscribe to my blog, anyacamau.academy, and even subscribe to my YouTube channel, Anya Camau Fashion Academy, to get informed at once when I upload a new video. You can also like my content, make comments and contact me. I always reply to all questions. First thing you have to do, if you didn't do it before, is to download my size table. A link is set on my Introduction to Pattern Making page. Here are Brigitte's measurements. You can see that she is 80 cm at the waist, 98 cm at the hips, and she is 1.75 cm tall. As we are going to work on a pants block, my main measurement here is her hips circumference. To find out your own size, take your hips measurement and look out on this row what size it's corresponding to. If you are in between two sizes, take the size above, that will be your size between size 36 and 44. For this showcase, Brigitte is on a size 40, based on her hips measurement. You have then to ask me for your blocks. It's free. To check your printer settings for true size, very important to print out your blocks and build them. For Brigitte, it's a pants block in size 40. If you didn't do it before, go to my Introduction to Pattern Making page and fill in the form to ask me for your free blocks. Now I'm going to alter this block according to Brigitte's measurement. Here is the top of this pants block that I'm going to alter. I will do very few alterations at the bottom of this pants block. On the right side you see the front piece, which is the narrowest, and on the left side the back piece, which is the largest. I remind you that these are the half of the front and the half of the back. Both together represent the half of the hips and waist circumference only. Taking back Brigitte's measurements, I noticed that she's 1.75 cm tall, that is 10 cm taller than the average height of standard European ready-to-wear sizes for women. On the block, the hips height is an average distance between waist and hips for a 1.65 tall woman. I'm quite sure that this height is somehow more important for Brigitte. I assume that this difference in the height is about 1 cm only, although she is 10 cm taller than the average. Brigitte will have to double check on herself this difference in her hips height. I remind you that the hips are located where you are the widest below the waist, and that waist is where you are the narrowest in the middle of your body. On another hand, this blank pants block is a jean block, which is currently the most worn-on type of pants. A jean has its waist slightly low, about 4 cm below the natural waist. Take good care to keep this in mind when you compare your natural hips height with this jeans block. I assume that I have to add 1 cm to Brigitte's hips height. As a pant block is a complex construction, especially at the crotch line, I don't want to alter these two lines, the front crotch and the back crotch line, when I alter the hips height, that is the height of this hips line. When I altered the skirt block, it was easy to alter the hips line as the skirts remain quite the same up and down the hips line. So I will avoid altering this area and I choose to alter the top of the pants instead. I'm going to add 1 cm on top of this block because Brigitte is taller than 1,65 m. If you are much smaller than 1,65 m, you will have to lower this waistline to get an accurate hips height. For Brigitte, I just have to draw a new line parallel up to the waistline to give 1 cm more to the hips height, always keeping in mind that this waist is slightly low. You can see that it's easy enough. I first set some marks along this front waistline. Then I do the same along the back waistline, taking care to do it accurately as I want to get a parallel to this waistline. Then I take my French curves to draw this new line. Just note that this waistline is rather flat close to the middle front, then rises up with a curve, as well as for the back waistline. You begin rather flat and then you get a curve that goes up. Using different parts of your French curves, draw this new line up or down the waistline according to your total height. To draw this line at the front, you may need to set French curve differently in the two areas of this line, and then you can draw the back of this line at the back, but you will invert your French curve and use different parts of it as well. You can draw these curves by hand, but only a French curve will give you nice and neat curves. It's not an expensive tool and you will use it a lot, so you'd better buy one. Here is Brigitte's waistline. Slightly low waistline. As you may know, my sewing, pattern making and fashion design courses are completely free. It's a challenge I set upon myself. But you can click on the orange rectangle called Patreon on the right side of my pages to help me. What is Patreon? It's a website that allows fans who like an artist or a creator to become his patron, to help me, him or her. It's very helpful for artists. Patreon has an excellent reputation. It's the biggest patron website for patronage. This website is fully secured for payments. It's very easy to begin with. You stop when you want. If you don't want to support this artist, just stop. It's easy. On my Patreon page, I set a kind of win-win deal in which I thank you for your support by publishing patrons-only content, posts and videos that are only available for my patrons and come in addition to my courses. Please have a look at my page, patreon.com/Anya Camau, to see what kind of content you can get for a very small amount of money. Thank you very much for your attention. Now I'm going to alter the width of this pants top. Brigitte is 80 cm at the waist, that is more than the average size 40 waist circumference, which is 72 cm. I have therefore to add 8 cm at the waist. It will be quite easy because there's no dart at all at the waist, and that is the positive side of a jean. First, I take care to draw further each crotch line to cross the new waistline on the front and on the back as well. This is quite simple. Now I have to alter the waist width. I know that my hips width is correct because I choose the block size according to the hips measurement. I just have to give some more width at the waist to make it fit Brigide's body. I have to add 8 cm, but I'm altering half of the pants, so I will add there only 4 cm. And as always, I have to alter in balanced way. I will add 2 cm at the front and 2 cm at the back. How to do it? Up at waist level, I set a mark out of the side at 2 cm, just like I would do to draw a parallel. I want to begin this new side line as a parallel to the block side. I set the same mark at the back. Then I take my French curves and set its most rounded part at the waist level. I join this new point to the side line at the hips level with an harmonious line. No peak, no hollow where I join the previous side line, as it should be rather ugly. I draw this line a little longer up as I have to join it up with a new waistline. Then I will do exactly the same at the back. Take your time to find out the best line to join both points together. I just have now to draw further the waistline to cross my new side line. Don't forget, after that, here is I'm crossing my waistline with my new side line, and the same at the back. And don't forget to beef carefully old and non-accurate lines to avoid any mistake. A last check to do. I must have the same length in both sides between the hips and the waist, because these two lines will be sewn together. To measure a curve precisely, set your tape measure vertically and follow the curve. Even if this curve is almost flat, it's a curve, so you have to measure it this way. I find here 19.7 cm for the back, and then I check that my other side measurement is the same. And here I find out that I have to add 1 mm to the front side. It's not a very big difference, but I just corrected the same. Then I draw again the end of this waistline and beef out my old line. And now I'm done with this pants block. I altered it according to Brigide's measurement. Thanks for following my courses. If you need some support, if you have an issue, send me some pictures of your work at anya.camau@gmail.com. I will reply to give you useful advices to go on with my free courses. I remind you that my free Fashion Academy can go on building free courses only thanks to your shares, your likes, and your subscriptions. Thank you very much. I'm waiting for your likes, your subscription, and your comments. See you soon.